Hey guys, it's Alex, and today I'm going to do something that I feel weird about because I don't really think that's interesting, or I'm that interesting. It's basically, I'm going to review this F-150. Now, this is a 2018 F-150. I'm going to turn off Bluetooth, make sure the sound doesn't get all funky. 2018 F-150 2.7 Ecoboost, so twin turbo Ecoboost truck. So what I'm going to do is basically what Christian suggested is kind of show you what it does stock, kind of acceleration, what it tops out at in terms of top speed. Just kind of show you the display, how the shifts happen, and go from there, see if you guys really give a crap. But my initial impression, I've been driving it for 650 miles or so. I got it with 20 miles and I put a shitload of miles on it because Ford broke my transmission on installation. Yes, that's right. The tech at Ford broke my transmission. The reverse shift fork, excuse me, were broken, or was broken on installation. So I'm 18 Mustang-less for another month. That's right, another month. Blows my mind. I mean, at this point, you can't really get all mad about it because it's just like wasted effort. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this F-150 and I'm going to ring it out because it's a lot faster than the EcoSplat. It actually drives pretty good. I haven't driven a modern, full aluminum bodied F-150 Ecoboost. It's kind of on the light and nimble side. It drives really well. It is rear wheel drive. But I wanted to just show you acceleration, performance, overall feel, give you a review just to give you some filler, and an update on the 18 Mustang, which is basically they broke the shift forks and I'm out of it until like mid-November. So let's get this on a wide open road somewhere in Mexico. Fuck around. So obviously this thing is a 2018. As you can tell on the right, you see all the gears. 10 speed. It's kind of silly seeing 10 gears to the right side. I mean, I remember when 6 speeds started coming out, everyone was like, oh my god, 6 speeds. Now we're up to 10. I mean, where are we going to end this? You know what I mean? So you'll notice that the shift schedule on these things at partial throttle or part throttle, it skips gears. It goes, I think, 1, 3, and whatever. So let me come to a stop in the middle of the road because I'm an idiot like that, and I'm going to just take off normal driving and I'll show you what the gears do. So 1, 3, 3, 5. Then it goes 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So now if you double click this guy, it's like a mouse, like click, click, it should say sport mode. Oh, one more time. A special trick to it. There it is, sport mode. So supposedly someone told me in sport mode it won't do that. But I still think at part throttle it skips the shifts. So it's in sport mode. You get the traction control off. So let's see what it does. See, it still does 1, 3 in sport mode, then 3, 5. So it does the same thing in sport mode. People say, oh no, it hits every gear in sport mode. Not at partial throttle. It still does the same thing. Now when you go wide open throttle, I think that's when you'll see it hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in sequence. Still in sport mode, so I'm going to leave a light a little semi-aggressive, but I don't want to like spin the tires and do a big stupid burnout. Other thing I really hate is it turns off. You see this little indicator right here, that auto off feature? I hate it. You can't turn it off by pressing this guy and it stays running all the time. Why do I hate it? Because when you step on the gas to get going, there's a good sized delay in when you start going. So again, it's in sport mode still. I'm going to give it some gas and see if it hits every gear on the display, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in sequence. Second. Third. Very good. Oh Jesus, this thing's scooting. So this thing is pretty quick. You saw it went, I think, 90 or something like that. I had to keep looking forward because I didn't want to crash the thing, but it gets up and goes for sure. So you have to be cognizant of that it's a 2.7 twin turbo, but this thing is pretty light and it can break the tires loose pretty easily. So you saw that when you give it more aggressive throttle, it'll hit every gear in sequence. So that's that. Now let's see what it'll do for top speed. Okay, good thing this thing gets decent gas mileage because I made it all the way out to Mexico. I like the vantage point. I like being a little higher so you can see the vantage point. Made it all the way out to Mexico with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to a stop and just put it to the wood and see what I can top out at. Hopefully no cops are around, because the policía, los federales, son unos odiosos y cabrones. Here we go. See what it tops out at, top speed wise. I'm guessing like 110 or something, but I need a lot of room to get up there, I think. It's very stable. I'm not looking at the speedo, I'm just gonna look forward. There it is. 105 mile an hour or so, topped out. So it was pulling hard all the way up there. So I have no doubt that this thing will benefit from a couple of things. Now, personally, if I was to tune this truck, I would leave everything stock when it comes to shifting, because a lot of people just want those little nuances raised out of the way. Now, there's also those other guys that really want to party with this truck and want it to become a race truck. So those kind of people, I don't really think I would tune. The people that want, damn stupid thing, I guess you want to see my head. Honestly, all it needs is the limiter removed. I wouldn't raise the shift either. I would raise the limiter a little bit. I would maybe give it a little bit more spark, but not a lot more spark. I know that might mess with shifting also, but I really wouldn't do a whole bunch to this truck. I would literally just remove the limiters, because that's what people are going to want to do anyway. They don't want a full-blown race truck. Now, for those of you that want a full-blown race truck, I wouldn't start off with an EcoBoost. I would start off with a 5-liter, the 2018 5-liter 10-speed. I think that's a better starting point than the EcoBoost. Why? Because you could put a blower on it and make 600, 700 wheel. The EcoBoost, I don't think you can make that kind of power in its current configuration. But the truck gets up and goes. You saw how quickly it got up to 100. This truck actually sort of kind of has changed my mind about modern trucks. It actually scoots pretty well. It drives pretty good. It doesn't drive like a truck. You know, it actually takes turns well. It actually, around tight parking spots, it has a real good turning radius. Looks pretty decent, and it's pretty comfy. And I think this version is priced pretty reasonably in the low $30,000. This is the base model, rear wheel drive, 2.7 EcoBoost, and no leather, no nothing, no amenities, just a pretty basic truck, but not base by any means. And if I'm not mistaken, if you hold this down as you're driving, advanced track should turn off. Yep, so advanced track is off. Why do I want advanced track off? Because we're doing fucking burnouts, bitch. Come to a stop, little brake boost, let it eat, make some noise, see if it actually burns some rubber. Probably torque truncation will kick in. Here we go. Oh, second gear chirp. Not bad, little truck, not bad. It's already 60. All right, so what you'll get with this truck is a couple of things. You'll get a car that actually, you know, goes 0 to 60 pretty well. The burnout, I don't think hurt it. You could have stayed there, you know, brake riding the burnout if you wanted to, but I don't think it hurt it. It gets from 60 to 80 pretty quickly also. Let's do that. There it is, 60 to 80. And let's do a 40 to 60, because these are real world driving situations. So let's say you're in 7th gear, put it to the wood, drops down a 3rd. So now let's do a 20 to 60. Let's say if you're going on an on-ramp or something. Here we go. Guys, this truck gets it pretty good for what it is. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick acceleration videos on a 2018 F150 equipped with the 2.7 EcoBoost 10 speed, just to kind of give you a good point of reference if you're in the market for one. It handles really nice. It doesn't feel like a truck, quote unquote. It accelerates exceptionally well for what it is, and I think it's priced right in the low $30,000 range. So there you go. This truck actually is pretty darn good in stock form. I wouldn't really go crazy tuning it or chase big power with it. If I'm going to chase big power, I'd get the 5-liter version. I haven't driven a 5-liter version of this truck with the new 10-speed transmission, but I would suspect it rolls out pretty good. And that's the one I would get, honestly, because it probably gets about the same gas mileage and it's upgradable. Get a blower on it, things going to seriously roll out. But for what this guy is, little 2.7 twin turbo EcoBoost, I'm impressed. It's changed my mind about trucks, especially modern trucks with the EcoBoost platform. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll talk to you later.